Okay, we're live. Looks like nobody's here yet, which that might be good because we were running a little late trying to get things set up out here without quite so much sun glare. For a change, it's a real nice day.
If we can just
Yeah.
keep that sun glare down,
Yeah,
we'll be all right.
doing a little adjusting here so that we're still in frame.
Because that's one of the hazards when you sit outside.
Yeah, but when the weather's nice enough to sit outside, I'd much rather come outside than being cooped up in the house. Therefore, a while we were cooped up all the time because of the heat. And I know once weather hit, uh, colder weather hits, we'll be inside.
Get this pipe loaded up.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I still haven't lit up my cigar. Okay, let's see who. Well, hey, Yusef,
Well, hey,
how
you.
you doing? We're
Hey.
still kind of getting set up here.
Yeah,
We're
we're
running a little behind times.
trying to get going. So how's your morning, Lucis?
No, it's afternoon for him over there.
Well, that's true.
But
Morning, afternoon, nights.
well, hey, Boris, good to see you. Hadn't seen you in quite a while. It seems like.
Yeah, we hadn't seen Boris in a long time.
I hope you're doing better.
I'm still trying to get this. Should have waited and get this pipe lit up. I drug out this calabash. I figured I'd give it a spin around the block. I hadn't smoked it in a long time, so and I ran across some big and burley, so I thought that's a good one to smoke in this uh, uh, calabash. So how's everybody been doing? See my temper over there laying anywheres?
Yeah, I do. Excuse me, folks. There you go.
Thank you, bud.
Okay, Yusuf says it's pretty hot over there where he is. It's actually fairly nice here for a change.
Yeah,
Usually it's upper 80s, close to 90 by the time we come on in the morning, and it's just in the mid 60s this morning. Hey, Steph.
Whoa, Steph.
Good to see you. She's listening while she's sewing.
Listening, watching. Well, that way you can get two things accomplished at one time.
Yep.
How's Skip? He make it to the boat okay and all, or is he flying this time? I'm sorry for the glare. Excuse me.
Okay.
Sorry for the glare. We tried to.
Okay, the volume wasn't up, but it wasn't all the way down either. Is that a little better? And he said, yeah, he's on a plane in
Yeah.
Florida.
Oh, okay.
When he does the plane things, at least they put him up in a hotel and he's got a decent bed to go to every night.
Yeah, that's true. I know how it is. You got uh, share rooms with a bunch of guys. I used to work on the riverboat, and them bunk beds, they don't sleep too good.
How's your dress coming that you were working on? Or are you working on a, a cap today? He says actually he prefers them both. That's probably because that's what he's used to
Yeah.
instead of doing that LiDAR thing from the plane.
Well, he's an old Navy guy. That's why he likes the boat better. I tell you what, this is first weekend. Seemed like in a while that we've had a chance to do anything uh, just around the house here.
Mm-hmm. Or just do anything quiet just for us.
Yeah. We've been pretty well on the go for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I've been going and coming so much, I think I've passed myself 2 or 3 times.
Sometimes it seems that way.
Between the pipe shows and the powwows, we're wore out.
At least it's almost a month before the next pipe show that we were thinking about.
Yeah.
If we can put aside enough money to try for that.
We're thinking about trying to hit the Texas pipe show up. That is, if we can get everything put together to where we can get the time to go do it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to be
it's about another month.
About another month. It'll be about a 4 or 5 hour drive for us.
Oh, well, the map says 4.5, so I figure it'll take us 5.5 because we have to make so many extra stops. At least 5.5 or 6.
I figure probably
depending
about
on
6.
the highway.
Highway and traffic and how much construction work's going on between here and there. But we're gonna try to give it a shot.
Besides our little one around here, that's about the closest anything is to us that we've seen so far.
Yeah, you'd think as big as Oklahoma City and Tulsa is, that somebody there would start one up. I know they got several pipe shops over there.
But if they do any kind of show or anything, they don't advertise it.
No. Yeah, I wish there was something we could do about all this glare. We got all the curtains dropped, and what little they help.
At least that's a little better than it was. We could barely see ourselves on the screen. I know it might come through different to y'all, but
No, I think they're seeing about what we're seeing. I think a big blur. I think once we get off here, I've got to run to the post office. I've got a package coming in.
It's supposed to be here today.
Supposed to be here today. Because come Monday be my birthday, and that's what this is for, my birthday. So, and I keep telling people I quit having birthdays a long time ago, so quit giving me things to remind me of it.
This says the Texas show is about 3 hours from them.
Mm.
And if Skip's in town, they might try to run up.
Yeah, that'd be nice. We could all get together. That's the reason why we're kind of wanting to go to Texas, because the others are too far, and it's not so much the pipe show we're wanting to go see. It's just everybody that gets on the YTPC that goes to that one. We'll get to see them and visit with them.
Mm-hmm.
I'd enjoy to sit down smoking a pipe, chewing the fat with some of the guys.
Yeah.
And girls. I've done learned some of these women can pretty well hold their own when it comes to the bull crap.
uh,
I can't see we got anybody else new popping in.
No, just the 5 of us so far.
Well, that's okay too. It's kind of a last minute thing for us.
Yeah, we never know for sure if we're gonna be free to try to put one on or not, and so we kind of decide at the last minute.
Usually, when we decide to put one on, if we let people know ahead of time, that's when our door goes swinging open. All the company wants to come over then, so. Yeah, I'm smoking this little calabash here. I very seldom ever smoke this thing. I think I might have smoked it 3 times. This will be about the third time I've smoked it since I've had it.
I thought you smoked it a little more than that, because
No,
you smoked it kind of regular right when you first got it,
no,
but
I
you don't
didn't.
dig it out very much. But I thought you at least put a couple of bowls through it.
It's about the third, fourth bowl I put through this. It's been sitting up there in the pipe cabinet for a little over a year now.
Hmm.
Just been sitting there doing nothing. So I got looking at it today, and I thought, well, it's time to drag that sucker down and drive it around the block or two.
uh,
I tell
you
you
get
what,
that dress finished, Steph, you'll have to take a picture and model it for us.
yeah, you have to do one of those Vanna White modeling deals. I tell you what, we're getting an awful lot of new guys into the YPC. I've noticed a lot of new presenters and stuff, and that's good. I
Yeah.
enjoy watching them. Shoot,
Some of them might not be new, but they're new to us.
new to us. Well, can't think off the
But
top
we've
of my
seen
head.
some good quality stuff from some of them.
I'll tell you what, old bass Piper, he's kind of coming up in the world there. He's getting pretty fancy with his now. I asked him what kind of program he was using, so we can check it out. Maybe we could do something like that, but we don't get that on our computer or phone. Got
Well,
what?
I'm not sure how good it would work because it sounds like he's got something that uh, works with,
Cell phones and laptop.
yeah, I'm drawing a blank, but it sounds like he doesn't have a Android phone. He's got an iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times those things that work with iPhones and I whatevers don't work with the Android type equipment. Hello, Matchbox. Good to see ya.
Well, Matchbox.
Glad you could join us.
Yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday morning or afternoon or whatever it happens to be at your area. Might be midnight at nighttime over or something. So anybody smoking anything this morning? I've got this old calabash dug out and got some big and burley in it, so that's my morning smoke so
Mm-hmm.
far.
Mm. Matchbox says it's after 3 there and the weather is hot.
Mm. Well, I tell you what, it's been nice and cool the last couple mornings, and I've enjoyed the dog crap out of it.
It has been nice.
A whole lot better than that 115 to 120 degrees.
Yeah.
Even the hummingbirds are liking it a lot better. They've just been a buzzing in and out like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Matchbox says he's just finishing up some Kentucky Fire Cure cigar
Well, that's not
in
bad.
his Northern Briars. Might not have been a great idea in the heat, but I'm sure it still was a good smoke.
Cigar's pretty good when it's hot and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to switch all mine over back to pipes because winter's coming on. It'd be nice and cool to sit out here and have a good pipe and kind of sit my cigars to the side for a while.
It looks like Boris just finished a bowl of, I think that's Solani. I can't see it very good. And it's Phil Rivara.
That's a good combination. I imagine it's
I've got a usual stick, not one of my little bitty ones, but I got me a Quorum Shade. And they're pretty good. Oh, hey, my recovering know-it-all just signed in.
hey, Mudge.
That's not much. That's Mike.
Mike? Yeah, Mike.
Recovering know-it-all. You want to listen?
Yeah, we'll be giving him a holler at tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody hasn't been over there, Mike, he has his channel. He comes on Sunday morning. It's 8 o'clock Central, our time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Central time. Bunch of us guys get on there. There's me and Chris and several of the other guys. We really have a good Sunday morning talk. So feel free to jump over and give us guys a holler at. We'd love to have you. I keep Mike from picking on the rest of us. He have somebody new to pick on.
Oh, I don't know if he ever picked on anybody.
Nah, he's a good guy.
I know how that can be, Mike. I did a lot of our grocery shopping the other day because we'd already decided we was gonna kick back this weekend and just kind of rest.
Yeah, my niece drug us into the powwow last weekend, and I tell you what, it was a madhouse all through town last week.
Yeah, and we didn't hit everything. We hit the powwow one day, and then went back the next day and went through the craft
Some
area and like that. But that was bad enough.
Yeah, we didn't even take in the parade or nothing. We didn't go
We
that.
couldn't have got them up that early after
No,
being out late Friday night.
yeah, I think it was
Well,
about.
I hope you have a good time, Mike. They're planning a day trip today.
Oh, are they?
Tomorrow's their anniversary, and so they're getting out and around.
Well, congratulations on your anniversary, and be safe while you're out running around. As the little boy says, don't take no wooden nickels. Yeah, us guys, we really have a good time on Recovery Know It All's channel of a Sunday morning.
Hmm.
Nice little get together, and we talk about you know quite a bit of things. I know I really enjoy being on there.
Yeah.
You enjoy it
Well,
about as
hey,
much as I
Badger.
do.
Glad you could join us.
Hey, Badge, how you feeling this morning, there, brother? Hope Miss Julie's been nice and kind to you today. We've just been kind of sitting around enjoying the morning. Nice, good, cool morning.
Yeah, I think last I looked, it was like in the mid 60s. Humidity's up a little bit, and I noticed that, but it's still a very nice morning for a change.
Well, when I got up, it was about 63 degrees, but I got up at 3 o'clock this morning, so about my normal time that I usually get up is about 3 in the morning, and I stagger into the kitchen and put the coffee on, and then go over to the pipe cabinet and stare at it for a little while, trying to make my mind up what pipe I want to smoke and what I want to smoke it in. That's a bad thing about owning too many pipes and too much tobacco,
It's hard to decide what you want.
especially early in the morning.
Oh, actually, you did sleep a little late because the coffee was barely finished when I got up, and I didn't get up all that early for a change.
Yeah, usually you're in bed.
Hey, Mark from TPI signed in.
Well, hey, Mark, I hadn't seen you in a long time. How you been doing, sir?
Mm. Badge says it's hot,
Mm.
and Julie's down in Wales, so she's
Down,
doing her gallivanting, isn't she?
I think they call it what? Island hopping around there. We hop from one island to the next.
Well, she's still on the same island, just in a different country.
Different country. I thought a lot of that was kind of broken up by water and stuff. You just had to jump from one place to the other.
Well, there are some areas that's like that, but
I wouldn't know. I've never been over. I'd like to go, but never been there.
yeah.
What I have seen of the country over there, it's beautiful country.
Our problem is at our age, we don't travel very well and can't hardly afford to.
You know, that'd be about an 8 hour flight for us.
Oh, at least. I hadn't even looked to see how much it'd be.
Not counting how many airports we'd have to, uh, or how many planes we'd have to jump off of and on another before we even get out of the United States.
Okay, Mike. Glad you could join in for a little while. Uh, uh, y'all be safe on your little trip.
Yeah, and happy anniversary to you and your better half, and be safe. Glad you was able to join us for just a little while. Yeah, I got a lot of good friends I've met through the YPC over across the pond, and it'd be nice to be able to go over there and visit with them, especially that adopted brother of mine. Uh, that'd be the main reason why I'd go over there, so me and him could just sit back and shoot the bull and have us a good pipe and laugh at the world.
Hmm. Know how that is, Mark. He says he's keeping busy. And we are doing well. Both
Yeah,
doing a lot better than we had for a little while. So count that as a win.
yeah,
Okay, Matchbox. Glad you could join us.
yeah. Glad you can stop in and give us a holler at.
You have a good weekend too.
Say, I hadn't smoked this big and burly in quite a while. It's uh, it's pretty good, and it's
Yeah, I used to enjoy it.
well. I've smoked it when I first got it. I smoked it quite a bit, but then there for a while, and then I just slacked off on it and started smoking other things, and I put that over to the side.
Hmm. Got too big a variety to choose from.
Yeah,
Plus, you're always falling back on your old regular college brands
yeah,
for uh, everyday sitting around or morning coffee smokes.
yeah. I still kind of fancy that Prince Albert and Sir Walter Raleigh and Carter Hall. I don't usually drift too far away from those three. Back when I first started smoking pipe, that was about all you could get in a lot of places, especially in our little small country town that I was born at. When I bought my first pipe, and I still got it back in,
Well, no, you've been smoking for longer than when you bought that pipe, but
yeah,
the first good pipe you bought was back in the early 70s.
yeah, first real, what you could call a good pipe. You the About all you could get back then is Dr. Graybows, and that was
Yeah, Dr. Graybow or a corn cob.
or corn cob. That was about it. Even grocery stores even carried the Dr. Graybows. Besides the drugstores,
Hmm. Well, morning, Chip. How are
oh,
things out there in Alaska?
oh, Chip,
We're doing good. Hope you are too.
Well, one thing about Alaska, it probably ain't dark, but it because I think they stay daylight 24 hours a day for a certain part of the year. I don't know whether I could live down there or not. That'd really mess my sleep pattern up. Trying to sleep being daylight for what 6 months out of the year, 6 months of daylight and 6 months of darkness. Yeah,
Mm. Yeah, it is getting to be about that time of year, isn't it? It's cooled off here, but not that much. It says everything's going good there, but it's kind of the end of summer, and the mountains are starting to get snow and
mm,
getting cooler.
yeah, it's come getting close to being our fall weather. So I know the leaves sure have been falling off the trees. I've got a whole yard full of nothing but leaves now.
Yeah, we'll have to be dragging out that uh, leaf buggy before long.
Yeah, yeah. I bought one of those. Uh, I forgot what they call it. I call it a yard sweeper. Pull behind your riding mower and it brushes everything up into a basket. This will be my first year to try that, so I'll get to break that in this fall.
Well, it'll save you a lot of hand raking.
Yeah.
You just have to hand rake in the tighter spots where you can't get that through.
No, that's where that leaf blower comes in effect. That thing.
Blow them out to the open spaces.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about Mark this morning. I'm smoking that little Peterson I got from him last year there. Had it out this morning. I was smoking some Nutty Irishman in it this morning earlier. I've
Now, I
got
didn't know
all
what you had going on earlier.
I've got all about that. That Nutty Irishman not too bad with a hot cup of coffee.
Mm.
And that little Peterson with that P lip, it handled it pretty good. It's good. It's good smoke out of it.
Now, that's one of the few aromatics that you even care much for.
Yeah. Well, it don't seem to bite too bad. I don't know if anybody could
I
even
don't
see
even.
us. I barely can see us.
Oh, I can see us on the screen okay. I just can't see the writing very well. That's why I've got my phone in my hand.
I can understand not seeing the writing because I can't even see the writing or the screen. I see a couple of blur spots sitting there. One of us move. We're gonna have to figure out a better way to do this. We're gonna keep this up. I guess we could drag all the blankets out of the house and stick them all around the porch.
uh,
We could have went down there to the fire pit and everything out there in the middle of the woods there.
yeah, we could have. Never know, we may eventually do that. We're just used to coming out here on the porch. We just have to run us a cord out there.
Yeah. I got a long enough drop cord, it'd reach all the way out there. Get a little juice.
Well, we did that a time or two last year, or maybe year before, and set up in the backyard.
Yeah.
Before we moved everything over to the side yard. I think you've done a few videos on your phone down there.
I've done a few videos on the phone down there. Usually moved everything down there because we like watching the deer when they come up, and the deers like watching us when they come up. So they're watching us, and we're watching them,
and we're a lot closer to them than from up here on the porch.
I was out feeding them one day last week, and one of the little babies still had her spots. Its curiosity got the best of him, so he had to come check me out. So Mama didn't like that too good.
Yeah, I remember that. She was over at the side snorting and stamping her foot like she's telling him, "Get your butt back over here." I know they've been enjoying this cooler weather. See them out there romping around there more than they did for a while.
Especially them babies. Them babies been running, jumping, and playing. It won't be much longer. We'll be having to drag out them winter coats and stuff. I imagine where Boris is at, they've probably already got 4 foot of snow there.
Yeah.
Unless their summer comes when our winter comes.
No, he's not far enough south for that. But
there are a few guys on here.
But he has a lot cooler weather than we do.
Probably don't.
But then he's used to it. We're not.
Probably don't get as hot over where he's at.
No, he didn't have near the heat that we had.
Well, this past summer, I told a couple of guys I didn't have to die to go to hell. I'm already in it. Boy, it was hot around here this past summer. Between the heat index and the humidity and everything, it was brutal.
Yeah. I think everybody broke records this past summer, though.
I think they did too.
I know they did over in England where Badge is.
Yeah.
It's still staying pretty hot over there compared to what it normally is.
And they're not used to heat. Not as hot as we usually get it.
Yeah, we're used to getting up in the triple digits in the summertime, and they're not.
Yeah, that's like I went to Kalispell, Kalispell, Montana. I've got an uncle that lived up there, and those folks in that general area, they don't even have air conditioning because hot as it gets there where he's at, it's probably about 68, 69 degrees.
Boy says it's fairly warm there today. It's 77.
Oh,
That September's been warmer than average.
well, that would be a heat wave for them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because it's not even that warm here today. And that's real unusual. Because usually this time of day it's at least already up in the 80s, if not more.
Well, I think week before last, it never got out of the, barely got below 90 at nighttime. Couple times there at night.
Yeah.
That was them days we was having 115 and 120 temperature. At nighttime, it'd cool down to about 90 degrees, and that was about it.
Yeah.
And then when that sun come up the next morning, it didn't take it long to get hot. Yeah, I've been trying trying these cigars. I kind of ventured off into that big hole. Uh,
Yep.
I've learned real quick kind of stay away from those that they sell in the boxes and stuff because about $5 or $10 that they charge extra on them pipes to cover them fancy boxes they put them in. So I usually hunt for the bargains on those where they bundle them up. Usually you can get a bundle pretty cheap, I think.
Yeah. Still from some of the major makers, but I wouldn't say they're their seconds, but they're their uh, slightly lower quality or lower price, and they don't, since they just wrap them up in a bundle of cellophane. It's not like they were out the extra expense of having a fancy box made or anything.
Yeah. Shoot, you're gonna throw away that box anyway. Well, I usually do, unless this woman here wants something to keep her jewelry or white knots or whatever in. But I don't keep them in the boxes when I put them in my humidor because
It just takes up a lot of extra room you don't need taking
yeah.
them. Morning, Ron. I was wondering if you'd get here.
Good morning, Ron. How are you this morning? I'm sure you're getting some of this nice cool weather because you're not that far down the road from us.
Yeah, that's right, Chip. Cigars can be pretty pricey.
Yeah, I was on YouTube channel one of the cigar deals there, and this one guy was talking about 5 cigars, about how good they was and everything, and I was thinking, man, I ought to try one of those until he got to the end and named off the price of them. You get 5 of them in a box for $1,000. That's what he said. Just for $1,000, you get 5 of them in a box.
No, no, thank you.
Only way I smoke a high dollar cigar is for a friend give me one. I've had a few friends that smoked some of those. I had one the other. Oh, it's been a while back. Gave me a $100 cigar. But you know, I found that $100 cigar didn't smoke any better and didn't taste much different than that
The
15 cigar I was smoking. That $15 cigar.
yeah, and some of these uh $2 and $3 cigars are every bit as good as anything somebody uh would spend that $100 on. I can find a whole lot better things to spend $100 on than to roll it up and smoke it.
Now, I admit you have to learn how to sort out the bad ones from the good ones, but trying arrows about the only way you can do that.
That's true. But we have found a few brands that we enjoy, so that's usually what we get.
Yeah, I like that dark shark. It's kind of a dark wrap. Kind of got a little bit of cocoa and nutty flavor to it as you smoke it. That's an enjoyment of a cigar.
Yeah,
Usually,
they're just a little over a buck a piece,
yeah, about dollar and a half a piece, aren't they?
something like that. They may have gone up a little bit, but that's still not too bad.
And
Most of the quorums are pretty good. I've tried several of them. This one's a shade, but I like their Maduros too.
then we got that 18,
I think it's 1876 is the one.
1876.
I
That's
don't remember what major company puts that one out, but you
that's
say it's usually pretty good.
it's a pretty good cigar, and it runs about dollar or dollar and a half a stick.
Maybe two, but
We usually buy it by the bundles, and you get about anywhere from 20 to 25 cigars in a bundle for about anywhere around 35 to about 45. It is.
yeah,
I think the most we
depending on
spend.
it, which company has it and if they got them on sale or not.
I think most we spend is about $45 for a bundle, wasn't it? That was with 25 cigars.
I think so. Darn, Badge. He said over there their bundles cost about as much as a box does.
Dang. Yeah, I've been listening to some of you guys over there talking about customers really putting a damper on y'all on your pipe tobacco. I don't think that's right.
Yeah. You already pay a decent price for it when you order it because, I mean, the shipping from here over there or from wherever you're getting it adds in quite a bit of price. But then they want to throw in an extra customs tax and excise tax and all that other stuff. I think one guy said they sent him a bill for 700 something dollars before he could even come pick it up.
I think it was Welch Piper. I heard Welch Piper saying that.
And he said, "We got it here, but you come pay us $700 and we'll give it to you."
I guess it was 700. I don't know how to break their dollars down.
It's still close. Yeah, TPI says that's who it was, Welsh Piper.
Yeah, I thought it was Welch Piper. I got a lot of things I'd like to send uh, to Badger, but darn, time we pay, it costs us usually twenty about $20 to send something,
Yeah.
and then it gets over there, and
If it's anything tobacco related, then he'd have to pay
then
extra
he
for
has to
it.
pay extra for it. See, here a while back, I sent uh, Chris, and he's over in Canada. I sent him and a pipe, two corncob custom pipes. I sent him, and postage on it was more than what I paid for the pipes.
Hmm. Even with your extra work on them.
Yeah, I mean, I gave only thing I even gave $20 for both pipes, and sent it over to Canada. They charged me 20 22 or $23 for postage.
And then it still took forever to get to him, seemed
Yeah.
like.
Well, we sent Badge a package, and it took it uh,
Almost 3 months.
3 months before he got it.
Know how that can be, Ron. He said he's waiting for his coffee to heat up. He had woke up and was up in the middle of the night for a while. And so when he did get up again, Pam's off doing something. Either it's uh sounds like she might either be at the beauty shop or at the farmer's market. She's doing her gallivanting while it's a nice cool morning. And I can't blame her.
Yeah, he was on one of the channels yesterday, and he said he had to go because she told him he had to come to the table to eat.
Yeah, that's true, Badge. He said, and the one he sent us, we never even got.
Yeah, we never have gotten it. We still looking for that.
Never know, may show up when we least expect it.
It could be. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of stuff we get from over there has to go through our customs, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think our custom is bad as theirs, though. I mean, I've had some things that some of the guys, well, Badger sent me some things that's come through, and I never had to pay any extra for it. I guess our custom, as long as it ain't drugs or something like that, they pretty well let anything go through on our customs. You don't have to pay any kind of taxes or anything on it.
Yeah. Now we've ordered some things from overseas and never had to pay extra
No.
on anything. But you never know.
Of course, the way things getting anymore, they're going to start charging you just to breathe air.
That's true.
If they could figure a way to put a meter on it, they probably would. Badge, are you babysitting Pooch this weekend or what? No, usually when Julie's gone, he's babysitting. puppy sitting. I guess you call it puppy sitting.
Sometimes. Depends on if she's off with her girlfriend that owns the puppy.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's really been a nice morning this morning. This calabash is smoking pretty cotton picking good this morning.
Mm-hmm. Same with this quorum. I don't get my bigger cigars out real often, but it sounded good to me this morning.
You might start smoking this calabash a little bit more often. I ain't even smoked that little wooden calabash that I got from over at the pipe show. I ain't even got it broke in.
Okay, boys. Glad you could jump on with us.
Yeah, Boris.
He's gonna uh go to Raphael's watching football.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does his football deal.
And Bad says he doesn't have the dog for a change. The dog went with him this time.
The dog went with him. uh, shouldn't shouldn't been so mean to that little puppy dog. He'd want to stay with you. I think our critter days are pretty well over with. All my critters that I got now, they run wild out in the woods, so I don't have to take care of them all that much.
Mm. Yeah, we got one cat left at the house, but that's about it.
That's about it. The rest of ours lives out in the woods.
Oh, hello, Paul. Paul Piper just popped in. Nice to see you.
Hey, Paul. I hope your day's going well there. We ain't heard from Paul in a while, have we?
Mm-mm. Hadn't seen him for a while. He was busy with some training there the last time we talked to him.
Yeah, he's getting into the medical field there. How's that going for you there, Paul?
I have to touch this up just a little bit.
That's when I started in medical field. That's how I started out as a ambulance driver. We both stayed in the medical field for a long time till we finally got tired of starving to death.
But way back then, it didn't pay very much.
Didn't pay a whole lot. We barely kept our heads above water every time we pay for a rent and groceries and everything. We didn't have a whole lot of money left over to do anything with. I told Kathy, I said, Babe, I said, I hate to say this, but one of us going to have to go out and find a real job because we're starving to death trying to do this medical work.
Yep. Well, we both went over to other things for a while.
Yeah, we
Then
just,
you went found a good steady job that paid pretty decent. I broke down and went back to school so I could get paid decent. And the I like that old saying goes, the rest is history.
yeah, and the rest is history. What old Paul Harvey would say, wouldn't it? I think we both had dabbled in a little bit of everything. We did government contracting for a while when we was out in Texas.
Yeah, we worked at all kinds of things.
Yeah, I worked as a orderly at a hospital, EMT, uh, worked in maintenance in the hospital. Then I went over to construction, worked construction for a couple of years. Then on a riverboat for a couple of years as a deckhand. Then got into law enforcement for a few years. So
Did
I,
factory work for a long time.
yeah, I did factory.
I did factory work at a couple of different places for a while.
You worked at that one made what, hush puppy shoes?
Yeah.
We're pretty well a jack of all trades and a master at none of them.
Yep. Done a little bit of everything. Used to help my dad when he was doing construction work.
Yeah.
I've even pumped gas when needed work and there wasn't anything else available.
Yeah, in between some of them jobs, me and my brother-in-law, we did some logging work out, worked at some of the sawmills.
I know what where she's coming from, Dad. That Julia said say that it used to be to help people, now it's just a job.
Yeah.
Sometimes it definitely feels that way, Badge, because they've let so much government oversight and private oversight get into it that now it's more making sure all the paperwork's just fine and the heck with the patients.
Yeah, all these computers and stuff supposed to took away a lot of that paperwork, but it didn't take no paperwork away. It just added more paperwork. Well, that's why I found it to be. But I think Miss Julie's about like Kenrod's wife. She stays on the go all the time. About 90% of the time, Cane Rod, he's batching. And his wife was gone last night, wasn't she?
I think so.
She went back down to help take care of her mama. It was a good show last night. Cane Rod had uh, one of the guys on it does some of the pipe shows, sponsors some of the pipe shows. It was really interesting. That's pretty good little conversations there. Or he did.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ron would have liked him. I don't remember ever seeing Ron in there last night. I think he was though. But yeah, I think Ron was there last night.
I don't know.
Yeah, Ron was there.
Mm.
We're gonna have to get around and get these hummingbirds some food because about that these feeders about empty except for this one behind me.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to go broken buying sugar to feed the hummingbirds. Between feeding hummingbirds and feeding deers and critters,
It do add up after a while. Nah, badge. That's just a little close to home, I think. Because she probably worries about you too much. Either dude will take care of anyone as long as it's not him.
all right. I don't know there, bad. She's an awful nice lady. That's, of course, everybody says Kathy's an awful nice lady too, but they don't live with her like I do.
They don't have to put up with you like I do.
Trying to see.
Mm-hmm.
What? Hmm. Trying to see the screen. I can't see nothing.
Uh,
Too many years of welding. Yeah, we're gonna do any more videos out here. We're gonna have to figure out some way to block that sun out or all that light out. Because all I'm seeing is a glare on our screen.
mm-hmm.
I don't know what's kind of going on and what YTPC. I listened to Bass Piper the other day, and he got me to thinking about it. I had quite a few members kind of drop off. I know. Seemed like when COVID left, everybody else left. So
No, they just wound up going back to work and getting busy again with their regular life and didn't have time to do a lot of this extra stuff like
when it was all being kept at
when
home.
we was all locked down.
Yeah, I know. When people got to where they could come out a lot more and everything, it sure put a damper on us. We really got busy there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It was wintertime. We kind of slowed down quite a bit in the wintertime. I don't go out in the shop near as much. But Nashville Mafia, I miss them guys. They've kind of gone away for a while. I don't know if Willie and John's just taking a good long break or what. Hope so. I really enjoyed their show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of people that aren't presenting quite as much as they used to, or not doing lives as much as they used to.
Yeah.
But
I can understand it.
There's newer folks coming on doing things, so that kind of makes up a difference.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of new presenters and stuff, and they're doing a fine job, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I've enjoyed quite a few of their videos. Of course, I had to kind of bounce around. We've got so many people we subscribe to, it's hard to keep up with everybody now. You start getting up in the 200-300 people to watch, it's hard to watch all of them.
Oh, yeah.
We just kind of go through until we catch somebody and give them a holler at.
You got that right, Mark. TPI says it's not the years, Steve, it's the mileage.
Yeah.
And I think we all feel the mileage.
Well, I know I do. We got a walking stick over here. He's creeping down the railing of the porch.
Mm. No, he's a big one.
Yeah, he's a pretty good sized one.
Okay, Paul. Well, that sounds good. His training's finally coming to an end. But yes, during COVID, a lot of us had all the time in the world, but not so much now. He's over there trying to catch him.
Yeah, he don't want me picking him up. He's probably saying, "Leave me alone. I'm chasing a bug down."
Probably so. Probably so. Well, we've been on well over an hour now.
Have we?
Yeah.
Well, time flies when you're having fun, don't
it? It does seem to.
Yeah.
I know we got on a minute or two late, but we run about almost 20 minutes over our regular time. So.
Our regular time, we don't. I think
well, we usually keep it at about an hour.
Yeah.
And we run almost an hour and 20.
Well, still yet we're having fun, so unless somebody else has got wanting to come on or something, I don't want to block him off.
I never know for sure who's coming on. or at least none of our regular folks that we see normally they uh, do a live about this time of day, unless it would be Steph and Skip. And I know Steph already said she's got a really busy day going on.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I was noticing that, Ron. Is that, what, after the world started back, you know, Professor Jeremiah does his Zoom lives and like
Yeah.
that. Used to be 20, anywhere from 25 to 40 different people on there. And now there's only about anywhere from 3 to 8 at a time.
Yeah.
Just because everybody's back at work and busy again.
Yeah. And I usually have a hard time catching his live. I got stumbled across it yesterday. We don't
Yeah,
get.
because we don't always get notifications on some folks, even though we're marked down to get notifications.
Yeah. That's another thing. Kind of hinders a lot of people. You don't get your notifications even when you got them marked for notifications.
Paul said he'd be happy for another lockdown right now.
Who Mark said that?
Paul.
Paul said that. So Paul said he's about to end his job training.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, Paul, you'll see a lot of things on that ambulance and stuff. Main thing is don't let none of that bad stuff get you down. Don't carry it home with you. Leave it at the work site. It's what I had to learn to do.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah, it's awfully hard when you have to go up on a wreck or something like that, and there's been some kids involved in it and stuff like that. Kind of hard to get that out of your memory sometimes. I always try to think of the good things that I did to help people out than the bad things that I seen.
Yeah. Now, he agrees. He's already seen too much, but he tries to switch it all off when work is done.
Yeah, because if you don't, it'll drive you crazy. I remember one time we got called out to a real bad wreck on one of the interstates and couldn't get the guy out of his car and basically just sit there and watched him burn up alive.
Yeah,
Well,
it's easy for things to get to you. In a way, that's why but besides the fact that I'm just not as quick as I used to be and can handle the fast pace and like that, but I'm glad I'm not working emergency anymore. I really enjoyed it while I was doing it, but I'm too old for that stuff anymore. And
baby,
it was hard to let it go because living in a small town, a lot of the people that you saw and had to work on were people you'd known for years.
yeah. I don't know the bad thing about living in a small town. Everybody knows everybody. Well, babe, I guess we probably need to jump off and give somebody else a chance to do a live if they want to do one.
Yeah,
I don't want to be a hog about it.
yeah, and I'm sure there's other people that have some things going on.
Yeah, they got things that they want to get done for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But we appreciate everybody opening their house to us and welcome us in. I'll get spit out here in a minute. But I just want everybody to know that we really enjoy everybody that subscribe to our channel and stuff. You know, a lot of times I don't answer. I kind of sit and listen, but we got so many people subscribe to us. It's hard to keep up with everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of these that likes to pick a certain little group and stay with that group and that's it. I enjoy everybody. I know we got some out there that has their little special groups, but I try not to never be that way. I wasn't that way when I was working full time because places I worked at, everybody had their own special little group and everything, and there's some people just felt like they was being left out. So I enjoy everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So we really appreciate you.
Yeah. But like I say, a lot of times we'll listen in and maybe not say much of anything because we're listening and working or whatever.
Yeah. But appreciate y'all dropping in and spending a little time with us this Saturday morning uh, and everything. And we really enjoyed everybody. So, you know, be safe and try to be as nice as you can to people. I know sometimes that can be pretty hard to do. Sometimes people just won't let you be nice to them, but try to anyway. And like I usually always say, if you see somebody walking around without a smile on their face, hey, give them a little bit of yours and make their day go by better. And
And
I'm
yours
pretty
will
sure it'll
too.
make yours go by a whole lot better. So,
Well, thank you, Badge. He said, "You're always welcome, Steve. Always got a spare bed if you need one."
I appreciate that, brother. Maybe one of these days we can fill that bed. I hope. uh, never know. We might hit the lottery and we get to come over there and stay with you so long you'll be wanting to run us off. You'll be telling everybody, boy, I'm glad them crazy Americans finally left. But we love each and every one of y'all. So have a good day and a good weekend and take care of one another.
Yes.
Wado, and God bless each and every one of us.
Yeah. God bless you all. We love you.
Now I got to run to the post office. This you need to check see if a package is there.
Yeah.
You didn't help that.
I'll get it, babe.
I thought I had my keys on.
It says delivered to pickup point, so it should be there. Yeah, it's at the post office.